Electro is about to become farmable. Free Ghost Shards for everyone. And we are ranking the best teams and the worst teams in this video, along with the rest of your questions from the Mailbag channel on the Discord server. And if you're ready for that, guys, find that like button and you know what to do. Let's go smash it!
ValleyFlyin.
Whoa! Hello, Valley Maniacs. I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel and the Monday Mailbag, where we go into the Discord server. We look for that Mailbag channel and we answer all of the questions, or as many of the questions as possible from that channel in this video. We do this every Monday, guys. And if this is your first time here, or you have been here before and have not subscribed, subscribe for more great Marvel Strike Force content and hit that notification bell so that you get notified as soon as a new video is up. But yes, we are discussing a bunch of things in this video, guys. We're talking about Electro becoming farmable. That was not included in this most recent blog post. We're also talking about free Ghost Shards coming. Hopefully, there was a script this past week and hopefully we are all getting Ghost Shards. We're ranking the best teams and taking a look at the rest of your questions from the Discord server, that Mailbag channel. If you're not a member of the Discord server on that Valley Club Discord server, make sure that you click on the link below to get your question potentially featured in an upcoming Mailbag episode. But without further ado, let's talk about this thing that was omitted from the blog post. And boom, here it is on Reddit from Zeeks. And this was posted on January 30th, Saturday. So the one day after the blog post. I think this was supposed to be in the blog post, but there are some things that were rushed about that. But anyway, Electro zapping her way into the Blitz store for the first Wednesday of the month character update. So it looks like they're continuing that trend from 2020. First character or first Wednesday of the month making a character farmable, aka fountainable, and it looks like yes, we are getting that in 2021 as well. As a reminder, she synergizes very well with the legendary Dr. Octopus and the B Squad Swarm, whose shards are available in the arena store. So yes, Blitz character, that is looking good, along with the two other characters that we got farmable very recently for that Pim Tech team to unlock the legendary Jubilee. But let's get your questions of the week, guys. Boom. With the Doom raids coming, do you think the 100% completion difficulty for Ultima 7 should be reduced, considering most fairly casual alliances still don't even have the first difficulty unlocked? I kind of like that separation. You know, if everybody's doing the same raids, making it easier, there's nothing to shoot for. As if you're on a Ultima 7 difficulty 3, then you can shoot for difficulty 4, then difficulty 5. When you're on difficulty 5, then you can be shooting for those Greek raids. So it always gives a new bar to shoot for. So I kind of like that it's difficult, and then making the new Doom raids even more difficult. So yeah, I kind of like it where they are, and it just gives different milestones for alliances to shoot for while they're building and increasing what they're able to accomplish in the raids. ValleyFlyin, greetings from Texas. Love the content you make for MSF. Thank you guys for all your support. It is because of that I'm able to make all this content. A little bit salty with doing 33 million for the Kitty Blitz, missing out on that 1% cutoff, seeing that the point spread between 1% to 3% has been around 10 million. Would it be a great idea to have another reward tier, maybe 2 to 3 in separate tiers? That would be a good thing as well. We also discuss multiple Blitz shards. Something. But as great as Blitz Sim is as far as saving time, there are people that are not as happy with it, and it's the people that are in this mid cutoff, the people that are mid game players that don't have these larger rosters. So hopefully they do something to make Blitz Sim enjoyable for everybody. I know I'm enjoying it, but I know some of the newer players, mid game players, are not enjoying it as much because the rosters aren't as big. So this is a good cut. This is a good solution as well, making more tiers. But I also like that solution of making more shards for Blitz, like we have with Arena. Next question. Greetings. Used to be Texas, now Arizona, brother. Well, greetings to you, brother. All right. Hope you're well. Thank you for answering my questions. I just unlocked Phoenix today. Want to use Colossus for DD3 and Cyclops for her. Who should I build for my last 2 spots? So the best version of this X-Men team usually is going to have Phoenix, Colossus, Cyclops. The 4th usually is going to have Beast, but he's kind of moving on to this new Astonishing X-Men raid team. But I think for War, you could kind of switch him back and forth. So maybe Beast, if you're planning to use him on an Astonishing X-Men team, that is another good character or a double use for this character. But I think you're going to have to go with Storm and Psylocke for those last two. If you're going for a pure Uncanny X-Men team, I think Wolverine is still trash in this game. Hopefully he gets a rework in 2021 to make it more viable. But if you're going to go pure Uncanny X-Men, you got to go with Storm and you got to go with Psylocke, skip Wolverine, and then Beast you could use dually. All right, hey Valley, hope you and your family are well, staying happy and healthy. Same to you guys, brothers. Happiness and health, very, very important. I've been using this team, Doc Ock, X23, Emma, Taskmaster, Zemo, in real-time arena. Just curious to know what you think. If any of them get banned, I replace them with Sinister or Red Skull. Red Skull, if Zemo isn't banned, currently have them at 525k, been very successful with them. So I think that team can be very, very successful with the knockouts. For myself, I'm trying to use those use those abilities for those objectives, for those traits. So that's kind of what I'm shooting for with them. So I'm kind of building my team based off of that. But I think this team can be very successful if you're looking for knockouts. But yeah, I guess it depends what you want to do and what you're trying to accomplish in real-time arena. ValleyFlyin, hopefully you could look into something for the community. It seems that a very large number of people are reporting Ghost only available on the left slot of the War store. Yes, if that's the case, this severely limits their ability is super shady. Any word on this of your end? So this question was asked before we got the announcement from Zeeks. Yes, another announcement from Zeeks. Let's go into the store right now. Oops, wrong one. This is the one. All right, and this was posted on Tuesday, January 26th. Ghost currently only appearing, actually it looks like it was answered shortly after this question was asked, but Ghost only appearing at the top left chart of the War store. This is not intentional. We're currently working on correcting the issue, and thanks for all that reported this. And then this is the update. It's now been resolved. We are sending out compensation in the near future. So I'm expecting some Ghost Shards. How many Ghost Shards are you expecting? What would make it equitable for you, for amount of power cores you may have spent, for the amount of Ghost Shards that you could have gotten and possibly not? I don't know. I'm sure there's people that spend a lot of cores refreshing the store, and then some people that didn't spend any. I think I actually spent some cores. I wasn't necessarily looking for Ghosts. I was looking for some pieces to finish off my, I think it was to finish off the Gear 15 of Ghost. But yeah, so I don't know what the solution is gonna be, but let me know what you think is a good solution. I'm thinking somewhere between 5 and 25 shards of Ghost would be a good solution for this. But back to the questions of the week. All right, next question. Yes, so with this was solved and resolved by Zeeks on Reddit, and I think it was posted on social media as well. All right, Valley, longtime supporter, appreciate your positive, energetic attitude. Keep the great work. That's what I try for, brother. That's what I try for on this channel. What are your thoughts on all these Blitz character releases? Seems that it's almost impossible for newer players to unlock these characters without purchasing packs due to high Blitz scores. Do you see a scope on next spinning up shards based on TCP or time played? So yeah, more issues with Blitz Sim. I was really looking forward to this, and I think it is a good thing as far as time, but there are some people that it's not as good for, and a lot of it has to do with scores. So yeah, Blitz Shards, mentioned it to Cerebro when we did the interview, and it doesn't look like it's something that they're looking at right now as far as developing. Doesn't mean that it can't come in the near future, but as far as when we did our interview, it didn't seem like it was something that they were really investigating towards, pushing towards. So hopefully that is something that they look towards. Blitz Shards, maybe more tiers for the Blitz releases, but just something, because I know newer players, mid-game players are not as much of a fan of Blitz Sim as I am. So yeah, Blitz Shards would be a good solution. And we've been talking about that for a while. So hopefully it does get some traction with the devs with this soon in 2021. All right, what if new tunes they made old tunes turn better tunes with empowerment, like Shield Medic into Peggy Carter, Ravager Bruiser into Taserface, Shield Operative into Maria Hill? I would love this idea. I think the community would love this idea. More named characters. Obviously, with named characters, there's 3 skills, and with these minions, there's only 2 skills. But I would love it. I just don't see bottlenecks as doing this, or Scopely, or whatever you want to call it. But I don't see them doing it because I don't see there's any money for them doing it. If they could find a way to monetize this and monetize all the man hours or the development cost hours that goes into making this, then I would see this as something likely. But right now, you know, I think in their mind, this is just a lot of development time, development cost, and what is the return? How are they going to make this profitable? So hopefully with ideas like this, we could give them ways they can make it profitable, and we could see this. But yeah, they would. I would like this. I would like this, but I'm not sure how likely it is of happening. All right, Valley building roster building question here. In the past 4 million TCP mark, as exciting it is, I feel my roster is very wide, not strong enough to go against some of these defensive we've been paired up with. So my question is, what's the best way to build my roster to have strong teams in war, as well as trying to get through the late game campaign nodes, ready for DD3, DD4, as well as the raids? Basically, where do I go tall, where do I go wide? So I think this is a very important question, I think, for roster building, because in that mid-game area, there's so many directions that you could go with your roster, so it's kind of good to have a direction. So I think the first direction, at least for me, I focus on Arena. You're getting power cores from Arena every single day. You want to get a team that could get you into a decent rank, so you could get that power cores and you could get that Arena currency. So focus on Arena team first. For me, I like to be in that top 50. Get a team powerful enough to get to where you want to be in your Arena. Next, your raids. Build up good teams. You want to go very big here with these Arena teams and your raid teams, depending on what kind of content you're trying to tackle in war or in the raids. So base it where you are in your alliance. If you're doing well and you're not really struggling, you're not having to use cores, you're not having to use raid health for these raids, then I think you could stop building your raid teams and then focus on your war teams. This may be different depending on your alliance. You maybe want to focus on more of your war teams first and raid teams second. It's going to be more alliance dependent, but depending on what your alliance does. But that's how I like to build teams: Arena, raids, and then I start to go with the more luxury type war teams. And I like to go attack first and then defense second, just because war consistent attacking war teams that are going to give you those consistent wins, I think, are a little more important than defensive wins, because I go offense before defense. All right, hey bud from Finland, or as we say, Moi. What is up, brother? Moi to you as well. All right, so I was thinking, what's your favorite mix and match team for Blitz or real-time arena? Mine says Blob, Toad, Shatterstar, Longshot, and Zemo. Well, mine's right now mixed team is gonna feature the Dad Bros as well, and it's kind of it's not very efficient. I talked about this when I talked about my roster with OMG, and it's the Dad Bros, Longshot, Shatterstar, along with Yelena, Red Guardian, and Merc Soldier. I think that's the last military skill, the Merc Soldier, whatever the military skill guy is. So it's that one. Now the Dad Bros, you could put them on a lot of Blitz teams that could win on that in 8.3 on auto, and same thing with the military skill. So it's kind of redundant to have these two factions combined, but that's what I have them with. I have fun using them when I play manually, because with these covert op blitzes, yeah, I have to play manually from time to time, but yeah, they're pretty consistent. So I like consistent teams at 8.3 for Blitz Sim, and that's been one of my favorite mix and match teams that I've been using recently, brother. Next question. Hey, ValleyFlyin, greetings from Ohio. Recently started Dark Dimension 4, trying to figure out my teams. I'm thinking I'm going with Shield Trooper, 15 other strategies, so I can have 3 of each origin: Tech, Mystic, etc. Probably no way I could have a second mutant. Emma by the time I get ready for global nodes, and there are only 3 cosmic mutants and no city mutants. Definitely bringing Phoenix for legendary. But how do you feel about Jubilee being a 3rd mutant choice? So I guess that some of that's going to be dependent on your Pim Tech, between depending how many stars you have on them and how many stars you're going to get on your Jubilee. I'm going to have 5. I may have 6, but I guess it's also going to be dependent on your red stars. So I think she can be good, and you're probably going to want to build her out after you're done with Dark Dimension 4 for these Doom War raids that are coming up. So I think she can be a good selection depending on how much mutant gear you have as well. I think what I'm going to do, I was thinking of going with Emma because she's strong, but I think I might go with Sabretooth and then come back again for Longshot for the cosmic and the mutant gear. So having 2 mutants, although yeah, Sabretooth and Longshot probably not as good as having a stronger Emma. I think that'll get me through it a little quicker, get me through those cosmic notes. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not sure about that Shield Trooper choice. Yes, that Shield Trooper will get you into the global a little quicker, but what are you gonna do with Shield Trooper afterwards? So that would be my pushback against that choice. But if you don't mind, probably not using him after that, then it's fine. But I think I'm gonna go with 2 different mutants is my point here. But I definitely want to get Phoenix as well for those legendary nodes. Next question. The community wants Fury and or Star-Lord to become permanent legendary, but I think for the good part of the community, I think your girl Shuri would be the best one to get that treatment. I think there are definitely 10 legendaries in the rotation. Chaos Series monthly event, so you could have Mobile Gamer push for this. You said he has the most power to do this, so he has the most powerful power as far as getting listened to by Cerebro, and then Cerebro bringing that idea to the devs. I don't know if any YouTuber has enough power to actually get things changed, but we have enough things to have our voices heard by the devs, and then whether they want to do that decision or not is up to them. But I think the reason that people want or are thinking Star-Lord or Fury because they're older. Shuri is a newer legendary character. I think even Magneto was released before Shuri, so I think the likelihood of having a permanent legendary character would lie with more Fury or Star-Lord rather than Shuri, even though Shuri would not be a bad one to have permanent. I think with the availability of the Spider-Verse characters, the Chaos Theory like you mentioned, I think it would be more player friendly to have Shuri taken out of the rotation, giving that legendary status rather than one of these. But I think the reason people are saying Fury and Star-Lord is just because of the chronological order of their legendary release. Was recently on msdev.gg. Noticed there are a few materials in the game section or the gear section that aren't used. Aerozyne 51, typically used in aircraft and armor suits. Olympus extract, the most likely used for characters like Hercules or Ares. And tempered osmium, the material Colossus made of. Do you think that these are intended for future characters, or plan on using them for I guess, for current characters and didn't? Would you like to see these items incorporated in future updates? As far as items, I think it's just a farming system, and getting more items into stores just a way to get us to farm different pieces and to give us different bottlenecks. So as I'm kind of indifferent towards what I would want to see these added or not, because I know why they would be added. As far as what they were for, I think you named the 2 most likely scenarios there. They're intended for future characters, or they were planned for characters that are in the game now, and they just it got scrapped at that point. So I'm not sure, but I think you named the 2 most likely scenarios in your question, brother. ValleyFlyin, I hope you're good. I was about to rant about the gear getting commander experience as a reward now at level 80 is completely redundant. Sure, they could replace it with fragments or gold or training orbs or something. We could use this to suggest the Cerebro. I noticed in achievements that there's one for reaching player level 85, rewarding 500 cores. Any thoughts on this or anything you've heard? I think this would be a good gesture forward to the community to go back on some of these rewards. I mentioned in a previous question that they do stuff with profit in mind. I think part of that profit is some goodwill towards the community and giving some decent rewards to players that have been playing for a long time. I think would help to drive up sales in the long run, because as building up that goodwill is like, oh, yes, we like this company, we want to spend more money. So I think things like this would help their bottom line in the long run, and going back and reevaluating it would be in their best interest for the long-term health of this game. They did it previously. They went back and redid some of these achievements. I would like to see something like that happen in 2021 as well, and I don't need more Hulk shards. I think most people at that level 80, level 85 already have a 7-star Hulk, so they could go back and reevaluate some of these rewards as well, especially for some of these higher levels and players that have been playing for a long time. Greetings from Austin. What is up, brother? Question, who should my 5th be for Dark Dimension 4? I have Thanos, Sinister, working on Symbiote Spider-Man, and Ghost. I went in a very similar team. Actually, I went in with that same team. My 5th was Black Widow. I was also looking at Zemo. I think both are good choices. Both get you into that skill category, so you're not all using that same gear for these characters. But yeah, I think it's going to come down to those 2 characters. Black Widow, very, very cheap. Zemo, I think, is going to give you a little more use in wars, and maybe in Dark Dimension itself, and maybe in certain raid nodes. Black Widow, I found her a little more useful in the raids when I took her into Greek raids, which is why I took up Black Widow, but and because she was cheaper. So I think those are your 2 likely candidates for your 5th, is either Black Widow or Zemo. Whatever you're planning to use the most after Dark Dimension 4 is who I think you should build up, brother. Next question, an idea I would like to see implemented would be paper, rock, scissors, Pokemon style, or similar to Contest of Champions, where the origin trait affects damage and resistance and focus for super effective or non-effective. Also awesome passive effect that would have, like, Spider-Man has 25 to dodge to blasters because his Peter tingles. I get it. I kind of like this idea. I also think there should be more trade-off in characters, in-game characters, because some are just overpowered, not equal to their weakness and their strengths. I hope we can even out the power creep. So I like all this stuff, all these gameplay mechanics. My fear is, as you guys probably know in the past, sometimes when Scopely adds things to the game, there's bugs with things. So if they would add like new gameplay mechanics and new situations with this rock, paper, scissors mechanic, I think there was a good opportunity to add it with ISO 8, and I think this is something that could add in addition to ISO 8. They did say they wanted to make some changes to ISO 8. I think their changes were about adding new classes, but they could add new effects as well when they have those changes. So either tie it into ISO 8, bring it into tie it into the origin traits like you're mentioning, but either way, before they add this, I would like to see them do a lot of gameplay testing, getting feedback. This could be something that is awesome and enhances a lot of gameplay, but it could make it very bad. So this is something that I would like to see a lot of testing for if they do add something like this. But if it's added in the right way, I do see this could be very good if they do something like this well. Valley, I hope you and your family are good. I hope the same for you, brother. Question for war is, we're getting more and more teams. What if we could have a second wave of certain rooms in war? What if the war room could be random? The first wave had to be weaker than the second wave. An idea for the next. All right, so could be good. I don't know if we're at this point yet. I think I would like to see more teams added. Right now we need about 18 teams for war, 8 on defense, 10 for attacking. We have about 30 or so right now, so maybe when we get a few more and we're seeing a few more hybrid teams, yeah, I'm not sure if we have enough yet to do 16 for defense and then another 10 for offense. It's not a big spread, but I guess it could make it more fun. But kind of like the last question, I would like to see a lot of playtesting, because this is something that could be good or something that could be not very favorably received by the community. All right, any idea for a next legendary X-Men character? What I'd like to see is Professor X with his passive being, so it could be the negate the need for X-Men being on a separate team for the abilities to work. It would enable to Jubilee with work with Phoenix or Bishop or Cyclops and X-Men. This would enable them to dethrone Black Order and become the new meta. That could be very, very powerful. We will have to see. Rumors, I guess not rumors, but the wish list of the community for Professor X to come to the game has been, he has been on that wish list for a long time. So we'll see what happens, and we'll see if the rumors are true about this astonishing X-Men being the next legendary unlock. And it could make sense if Professor X is that next legendary character. All right, I have an idea. You could pass on to Cerebros. Scopely should introduce a new event where they could choose a premium character from the premium orb who is not farmable, such as Cull or Yo-Yo. Put that character on a hard note for a limited time, such as 3 days. I love it. I love it. I love this idea. That would be a great event that they can run every so often, and it would lead to that goodwill that, like we talked about for a previous question, for the community, making them happier, making them want to spend more money. And yes, I think this could be a good idea for players and for Scopely to generate that that goodwill from the community. All right, this will help new players get more shards, yes, and may not have unlocked, help mid to new game to late game players get a few more shards for these characters, yes, and it could also help them make more money, because if we have these characters that we're buying and they're stuck at this 5-star level for a while, not able to use them in war, not able to use them in the raids because we don't have enough gold stars on them, could entice players to buy more if they know these kind of events are coming. So I think this is a win-win for players and for Scopely here. So yes, I hope this does get pushed even more. It's a win-win for everyone. Yeah, it is a win for Scopely as well. Like you mentioned there. All right, no updates for Hulkbuster this week. Oh no, just wanted to do a PSA for war. Please use your defenders on defense. Sounds very interesting. Let's see what this all means. This allows me to use my underpowered defense to wipe them up. Oh, I see. Sarcasm. Okay. Recently did a punch up with 385 versus their 519. I was even fighting defense down. Seriously, stop. All right, here's the real one. Stop using defenders on defense. All right, unless you want to give away free wins or easy wins to your opponents. I like when my opponents use defenders on defense. So unless you're gonna face me in war, stop using your defenders on defense. All right, how's it going, brother? What are your thoughts on the current state of bottlenecks in the game? It feels as if gear 14, 15 T4s are enough of a bottleneck that should open up the amount of gold the training mats that are received in the game. I definitely think gold and training mats should be opened up. Personally, I haven't had a lot of bottlenecking for gold for a while now. I've had abundance of gold orbs, but I know a lot of people, especially newer mid-game players, have a big gold bottleneck. I have had a training neck bottleneck for a long time, and it kind of goes back towards money spent. You know, if I'm not able to gear up a character, if I'm not able to build up my roster because I'm worrying about, oh, we're getting an update on Tuesday, I gotta not upgrade my characters because I gotta save for this next character. It's not as fun. It's not that fun. And it doesn't make me want to spend more money. So I think they should decrease some bottlenecks. Now that we have gear tier 15, I think that should be the bottleneck, but easing up on the gear 14s, easing up on these T4s like you mentioned, easing up on gold, training mats, and keep it limited to a few, maybe 2 or 3 bottlenecks in the game. So maybe gear 15 and a couple more, but yeah, we have a lot of bottlenecks in this game, guys. And hopefully Scopel next, I keep calling him Scopel next in this video. I don't know why. I hardly ever call him that, but a couple times already in this video. Anyway, hopefully they realize that and ease up on some of those bottlenecks. I feel as if I don't make any significant progress in my current roster outside of saving for a new character releases every 2 weeks, and the rest of my teams just sit in a constant state of paralysis. Yeah, that is exactly how I feel, especially with trying to build up teams for war, trying to build up teams for DD4, and trying to build up new characters. Yeah, I feel the exact same way. So things got better when we had that roadmap, the early 2020 roadmap in February last year. Hoping things start to get better this year when we get that. And February is right around the corner, guys. So actually February is here as of me releasing this video. So yeah, hopefully things will get better in 2021. All right, ValleyFlyin, how's everything going? I have a quick question about war. I have a 227 PIM tech team, 450 uncanny X-Men team with Phoenix. What should be on offense? What should be on defense? Or both on offense or both on defense, vice versa. My alliance doesn't have much in terms of offense or participating. That's why I'm torn. All right, so I would probably put Pemtech on defense. They can be countered by teams like Supernatural and things like that, but I'm not sure how many teams will have, or how many alliances will have these giant Supernatural teams to counter that Pimtech. So probably placing them on defense would be a good bet for you. And Uncanny X-Men, I probably would keep them on offense, especially if you run them with Beast. You could counter a lot of teams. So that's the way I would go with this. Maybe depending on who you're facing, you might want to go Pimtech on offense as well. But I probably would go based on what I'm getting a feel for in this question, defense for Pimtech and offense for Uncanny X-Men. Let's smash it from Oregon, longtime viewer. What is up, brother? Thank you for being a longtime viewer. Appreciate your energy and positivity through these COVID months and years. Oh, I hope it's not more years. I hope it's not years plural. Watch your video regarding the latest blog post talking about watch Remenek Shake It will be immortalized. Question came up. One, Tandanomac wasn't
supposed to be as immortalized for GT3 as well. I don't remember seeing anything in the game for this. It's a false statement for Scopely. No, he's actually, someone sent me, and a couple people I think sent me screenshots of him being immortalized in the game. In one of the game modes, like when you finish the battle, there's a movie theater in the background. In that movie theater heading, there's the Tadano Mac Japan in there. So it's one of the game modes. I apologize, I can't find the screenshot of it. Multiple people sent it, but yeah, in the background of one of the windscreens, Tadano Mac is in there. It's the movie theater one. So when you see the movie theater, look for that, and you should see Tadano Mac's name in there next time you find that that game environment in the game. What is up? I hope you and your family are doing well. Longtime viewer and late game player MSF, used to play a lot of Galaxy of Heroes. One thing I feel MSF is missing is something like the Journey's Guide in Galaxy of Heroes. I have most of the legendaries up to 7 stars, and every time an event comes along, I kind of feel left out. I want to be able to replay the missions for legendaries and maybe other special events that I have had in the past. Do you feel like this would be something that other people playing the game might want, and would you want it? Of course I would. This is more content is better, especially for me as a content creator. To go back and play some of these missions that I've already beaten would be fun. It would be good for content. But as we know, once we finish these legendary events at the 7-star level, we can't go back and play them. I think one thing that Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes also does, or at least they were doing when I was still playing the game, was when these legendary events popped up, they had this extra hard section that you could do for some bonus rewards. I think they gave Zetas, which would be equivalent of T4s in Marvel Strike Force, and some other things. I may be remembering that wrong, but just some gear so that there is a celebration for players that have already unlocked these 7-star characters. Doesn't need to be much. Maybe a little gold, maybe a little some of these, something to ease up these bottlenecks, maybe more training mats or something like that every time these events come back. And it'll just be something cool to offer players so they could celebrate. Oh, Phoenix is coming back. It's a time to celebrate for us as well. I would like this. This is a good idea. And hopefully another idea in this video that hopefully Scopely will implement in 2021 in Marvel Strike Force. Hey Valley, is it true that Yags and Scopely are gonna let us pick between Ghost and Cull? Who should I pick? I have Cull at 5 red stars, only 3 are filled, and Ghost at 3 red stars. I'm not interested in Jubilee, but I do like Pimtech. I'm also like, and I also like the Black Order. Neither of these teams are built up on my roster. Thanks for your content between videos, between yourself and OMG. You guys are the best in MSF content. Let's go smash it. All right, so I've been seeing this on Reddit. I have not heard from Reminex if this is true, and Reminex talks to Yags more than I do. I'm not sure. The last I've heard is that there was a vote. Cull won the vote, and that is getting picked. Although I would be very happy if we get to pick between these two. I have not heard confirmation. Reminex will probably be the best person to ask for that to see if there's a choice. But last I've heard, it is Cull that got picked by the community. If there is a choice, though, I think you kind of are answering for yourself. You're not interested in Jubilee. You kind of like Pimtech, so I don't know if Ghost is that important right now. If you're not trying to really unlock Jubilee, so if we get the pick, I think you should pick Cull. Cull is not farmable. Ghost, very hard to farm. The War Store is not an easy place to farm, but technically she is farmable. So for that reason, we don't know when we're gonna get Cull Shards. I would pick Cull if I was in your situation, but if it was me, my Cull's already at 7 stars. I'm gonna pick Ghost. But so hopefully these rumors are true and we get to choose which character we want. All right, word up, ValleyFlyin, Hulk Smash from the Philippines. Now that Sword made their way into the MCU via WandaVision, what are the chances we get a Sword team, perhaps with a whole new set of minions? Or I'm not a fan of minions. Or give a current shield minions a dual shield sword tag that can be used to lead. They could be led by Monica Rambeau. I don't know if people hate the idea of minions. Personally, I'm not a fan of the minions, but more teams are good. Monica Rambeau, I think, would be the solo character from Sword that I think could be added. Little trivia here in the comics. From what I hear, she was actually Captain Marvel before Carol Danvers. So maybe if they add her as the other version of the Captain Marvel in Marvel Strike Force, could be cool. But I see Monica Rambeau added. There's so many other characters in the MCU that I want to be added. I would like to see those characters added before they go back and start adding these faceless minions, but Monica Rambeau's not a faceless minion. So if they wanted to add a sword character, that would be cool. And if they wanted to give us some shield minions, some dual tags to pair them with Monica Rambeau, I would be cool with that as well. So all these minions, they could go with sword or shield because they're kind of faceless minions. That would be cool. I would be happy. I would be excited with that.
Hey, Valley, I've been watching you for as long as you've been creating MSF videos. I'm sorry this has been my first post in your mailbag Monday mailbox, but we could have a moment of silence on 1/30/2021. The Ungood Empire, our family alliance, lost our leader and friend Gemma. She was in a head-on car crash, and her husband tragically lost their lives. She was a great leader, cared about everyone, always pushing us to be better. Rip, Gemma, we'll never forget you. Valley, please keep doing what you're doing. And I don't know how to respond to this. I mean, we play this game for fun and forget that there's real life stuff that goes on sometimes. And real life is obviously way more important than this game. And the stress that sometimes we get about this game. But yeah, this is nothing compared to what her family's probably going through. So prayers, guys. And I guess we'll just do this moment of silence. I don't know what else to say. That's why. So let's give it a little moment. Valley, my heart goes out to the families affected in the last post. Yeah, prayers, guys. Prayers for all the families out there. And hopefully the MSF community can pray for them. I know the tragedy goes on. It seems menial to ask this, about to enter DD4. Can take Sinisters to 7 red or Doc Ock to 6 red. I feel I use Sinister overall, but wanted your thoughts. I think you're gonna get more value out of Sinister than Doc Ock. Doc Ock is great on his team. I think Sinister is great on multiple teams. So I think you're gonna get more value taking Sinister to 7 reds. So that's what I would do. But if for some reason you feel you're using Doc Ock more, then go Doc Ock. But I think especially with that cloning mechanic and not really being able to be power creep for a while, I think Sinister is the way to go here, brother. Greetings. Oh, let me change the angle here because this is a very long post. Talking about teams and rating them. I'm part of the leadership group in my alliance. One of our main projects, building an adjustable roadmap for our mid-game members to have towards a well-rounded roster, trying to determine what teams belong in each category. Wait for the rework. No consistent use at the moment. Luxury, more niche use, a very specific problem-solving team, and day-to-day teams we use in multiple game modes. All right, let's see, and let's get your comments, guys. I'll give you my opinions on this, but there's many people that watch this video, and you guys collective brains are smarter than my one brain. So yes, let's get your guys' comments and thoughts on this as well. Wait for the rework. Han, Ravagers, Wakandas, Defenders, Krieg, Guardians. I can't argue with that. They're not very good. All right, luxury team. AIM, Astonishing X-Men. No, Astonishing X-Men may be very valuable when these Doom Raids come out. Maybe not right now, but maybe when the Doom Raids come out, Astonishing X-Men may be more of an essential team. Fantastic Four, Zemo Hydra, Red Skull Hydra, Marauders. I think there's some elements of Marauders that are kind of essential. Skilletary, Power Armor, Pimtech, Supernatural, Wave 1 Avengers, Young Avengers, and Mercs. Only one I might disagree with the Astonishing X-Men, maybe bumping them up when we get these Doom Raids, when Jubilee fully comes out. Some elements of Marauders, particularly Emma and Mr. Sinister. The rest, and maybe Ghost, because I think she has a lot more value outside of just Dark Dimension 4. I think the rest can be in the luxury team and essential team. As Guardians, I think as Guardians at this point, other than their unlock of Ebony Maw or their unlock of Black Bolt, I think they can be more of a luxury team at this point. I don't think they have a lot of value outside of that right now. Maybe Hela's value, maybe certain elements of the team. Black Order, they're definitely essential. Brotherhood 2.0, that's an interesting pick for this category. I would have thought they're more luxury, but you know, now that I think about it, I kind of like their spot in that essential team. They are a key to solving a lot of these war defense teams, some of these meta war defense teams, and elements of Brotherhood 2.0 I'm starting to use in some of these Greek raids as well. So I kind of like, I do like their spot there. Inhumans, yes, particularly for Black Bolt and Yo-Yo. Shield, not so much. I think Shield at this point is more of a luxury team than an essential team. Same with Sinister Six. I don't think they're that essential. They're very good in war, but I'm not using Doc Ock. I'm not using the rest of the Sinister Six outside of that, so I would go more luxury there. Symbiote's very, very essential. Uncanny X-Men, I think their value is going to be about the same as the Astonishing X-Men. We will see though, but yes, as far as right now, Uncanny X-Men have a lot more value than Astonishing X-Men, but we will see when these Doom Rays come out. And then X-Force, I think they are essential, a war offense team, and then they are part of that Doc Ock legendary unlock. So I like this list, and but a few things that I would change in there. Let me know your thoughts, guys, because just like I said, you guys know way better than me when look at all that. All right, next and last question. Let me switch this so we can see that a little better. Mid-game player here. How to spend war store credits. Just got X23 to 5 stars. Working a Sif to 6 stars for Black Bolt. Should I stop purchasing X23 and get Ghost to 5 stars? I have no means to get Yellow Jacket farm yet. My Minerva needs stars as well. Just unsure how to spend my war credits. This is a very interesting question. Excuse me. And I think for this, you got either the Gear 14, Gear 15 mini pieces that you could go with this question, or you could go with these characters that you're looking at. So X23 is already at 5 star. I think you already have the unlock there for Doc Ock. So maybe moving on, work on Sif to Black Bolt to get to 6 stars. I think that is important. So keep going with Sif, especially if you have that Hella node unlocked. Finish up the Sif to 6 stars. Get that 6-star Black Bolt. And then Ghost to 5 stars. I think Ghost is a good character that you eventually want to get to 5 stars. If you're very close to Dark Dimension 4 or Dark Dimension 3 and you're thinking of taking Ghost, then yes, go with Ghost. If you're not gonna use her in Dark Dimension 4, I think you could wait on her right now and possibly wait for this Jubilee, especially because you can't get Yellow Jacket farm right now, so you're not gonna unlock Jubilee the first iteration anyway. I would keep working on Sif, maybe stop going X23, and then maybe go with some Minerva because she's gonna have some value. This question is kind of hard depending what you're focusing on, but look at what you're very close to. Dark Dimension 3, Dark Dimension 4, you got some characters like Minerva that's going to help you in that, Ghost that's going to help you with that. If you're just looking for these legendary characters after Sif, because I think you should finish up Sif to that 6 stars, go with Black Bolt. But if you're not even on that Hella node, then it's kind of pointless there. So a few different directions you could go. I think a lot of it does depend on where you're at and what you're working on and what you're working toward and what your current roster is. So I know this is kind of a long question for kind of a long answer for kind of a simple question, but I think a lot of it is kind of based on where you're at in this game. That is it for now, though, guys. I hope your question got answered. Thank you, everyone that left a question, whether it got answered in this video or not. Thank you, each and every one of you that left a question on the Discord server, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. It looks like there's an update coming out tomorrow, so hopefully there'll be some good information on that. We could release to you guys tomorrow for that, and hopefully it's a good one, guys. Let me know what your biggest wishes are for this update. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow morning on the live stream, joining the Valley Club as well. Check me out on social media, and before you go, check out some of my other videos. Give me a hug fist bump, guys. Oh yeah, baby. ValleyFlyin.